Hello, friends. Happy Thursday. Here we are again. This is Jana, and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, yay, I'm glad you're here. I hope you will all give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. And if you are live, please get on the chat and say hello. If you're new, tell me where you're watching from. That would be fun. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I try to come on here every Thursday at 2 o'clock and do a live little project for you. And then I also upload other videos, so stay tuned for those. All right, so I just think it's one of the cutest cards, especially for Halloween. Quickly, I wanted to show you this paper that Stampin' Up! Got in. Since Close to My Heart went out of business, Stampin' Up!, kind of combined with them. We got a lot of new demonstrators that were Close to My Heart consultants, and a lot of people, were with Close to My Heart because of the scrapbooking, and Stampin' Up! Doesn't have so much scrapbooking. But they are going to they've already started carrying some of Close to My Heart's products, and then going forward in the future, they are going to be offering more scrapbooking stuff for people who like to scrapbook. It's never been one of my things, but I like the products, even though I don't use them for scrapbooking. So they came out with this paper to coordinate with the Potions and Spells stamp set, and this is called Halloween Spells. You get 12 sheets of paper in this pack, and you get, I think it's, let's see, there are 3 designs, so you get 4 sheets of each. Okay, let's look at it. So you get this one with all the cute books, and it's got polka dots on the back. And I've used some of this paper already. So yeah, I think you get 4 sheets of each one. Then there's this fun one, green one with the bubbles and the magic little doodahs on here. And some, what I think of every time I see it, Beetlejuice paper on the back. Okay, so you get 3 of each sheet. Then there's this really fun purple with the polka dots. And there's the magical stuff on the back there. And then this is the one I'm using today, the stripe with little dots. And it's got this nice stripe that you could use for any time on the back there. Okay, let's get to it. So please, if you have the ability to get on the chat and say hello, I would love that, because I like to know who's out there crafting with me. I know that's hard if you are watching on the TV. Then you have to have a second device to be able to get on the chat. All right, so I am using the Potion and Spells. We've played with this before, but I'm playing with it again. Stampin' Up! Only has a couple of Halloween sets for this time, and this was the only one that I got. But anyway, I'm using the bundle. And my card today is inspired by a couple of different cards that I saw on Pinterest, and I just thought it was so cute. And so I had to try my own version of it. So I did some die cutting and stuff ahead of time just to make it so that my video wouldn't be so long and drag out the afternoon for you. So I die cut from the Deckled Circles dies. Look how many of these you get. I die cut one of the circles, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of ink blending on here. So I'm gonna start with Daffodil Delight. This is just quick and easy, and it turns out so pretty. So I'm just going to go in the middle, kind of right across the middle with this Daffodil Delight. I don't think I have any good stories to tell you today. Last time I had my spider story, but I don't think I have any good stories today. Can't think of any. All right, we're going to stop with that for the yellow. And next I am pulling in Melon Mambo. Ooh. All right. Okay, I'm going to start off kind of light with this color. I don't want it to be too overly intense here. And I'm going to go on either side of the yellow. So when it blends in, it's going to kind of give some orange, as you can kind of see right there. Let me get right on the edge. I love the darker color right along the edges. Okay, so I think we're done with that one. And then on one side, I am going to do Granny Apple Green. Let's see, I think we'll do it over here. Now you want to be careful when you're adding green to your next color there, because, you know, it would have the tendency to kind of go to brown, and I don't want brown, but I do want some green on there. All right, we'll stop with that, and then I forgot to grab my purple brush, but let me grab it. Okay, I think Highland Heather is what I wanted, but let me see. I might want to do Gorgeous Grape. Yeah, that's bringing in, I don't know what I got on that brush, but that's not purple. Let me grab Gorgeous Grape, and then I will clean my brush off, and hopefully I can get rid of that, whatever that brown color is on there, because that is not what I wanted at all. There we go. That's much better. Pretty. I think I stuck my fingers right into my ink. That would be a Jana thing to do. Okay, I am satisfied with that. Make sure I clean those brushes before I put them away. Okay, so we have that piece done. Let me pull out my card base. So I'm just using black for my card base. So I've got basic black here, cut to make a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch size card. So whoever is out there watching, I'm really happy that you are here. All right, and here is my piece of that patterned paper, and I have it cut to 5 by 3 3/4, and then I've got a piece of pumpkin pie here cut to 4 by 5 1/4. So we're just going to layer these on top of each other. I think I told you guys that I had ordered from scrapbook.com one of their new magnetic magic mats. I'll show it to you. Or I was going to order. Well, I did order. I was trying to wait for the longer one, and then I decided I didn't really need the longer one. Let me grab it real quick. So here it is. So it's like the regular magic mat on one side, and then it's the magnetic one on the other side. And so the magnet side is gray, and I really, really like it. If you don't have, if your cutting, die cutting machine doesn't already have like a magnetic plate, I would highly recommend this, and I think they're still on sale. So yeah, scrapbook.com is where I got it. And they have different sizes and things. So they've got a chart that tells you what machine the different sizes fit. Okay, so then I'm going to glue this on. I think I'm going to glue it that way. I know it doesn't really matter that much, but you know, we all have these things that it's like, I just like the way it looks better that way. So I do have a little story. I don't know if you guys get on TikTok, but I really enjoy it. And TikTok is kind of like Facebook or Instagram, any of those things that you watch. You know, what populates into your feed are the things that you tend to stop and look at for the most part, right? But anyway, so last night I was on there, and I don't know why this started coming into my feed, but it's these things that like a person will have their hand like this or like this, and they'll be like, I have a stone or a rock in my hand. What color do you think it is? And then, you know, it gives so many seconds. And so last night I thought, okay, I'll bite on this, I'll play with it. And so I'm looking at it, and I thought, well, the first thing that popped into my head was black. And then I thought maybe blue. I'm like, I'm getting black and I'm getting blue. And finally, when the person, but you don't say anything, you're just thinking it to yourself, right? And finally, when they opened their hand, I'm not kidding. The rock was black with blue striping through it. It freaked me out just a little bit, I have to say. And then some of the some other ones popped up, and I didn't get any of those right. Okay, so then I wasn't quite so freaked out, but I thought, okay, that's a little bit weird. Fun, but a little bit weird. Intuitive, that's the word I was looking for. How intuitive are you? That's what it comes up as. And sometimes I feel like I pretty much am pretty intuitive, and other times it's like, nah. Because one of the other ones that popped up was something about an animal. What animal? It was a girl, it was a woman this time, and she was like, what animal am I thinking of, or something like that. Go with the first thing you're thinking, blah, blah, blah. Well, for some reason I thought goat. Don't ask me why. Yeah, it was a Siamese cat. Okay, so There's nothing even close between a Siamese cat and a goat. All right, so there we have that. What else do I have in my little bag of tricks here? Okay, I've got the inside piece for the inside of the card, and it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to do some stamping in there because so far we haven't done any stamping, so it's time to do some stamping. All right, I've got the little stack of books here, which I just think are so cute. I'm gonna stamp it up with my Memento Tuxedo Black. Hi, Patty. Okay. Patty and I became acquainted through through YouTube, and guess what? Now we are friends and we spend time together. I just think that is the coolest. All right, so there is that. There's another person, I don't think she does too many videos here on YouTube anymore, but I used to watch her a lot. She made the coolest journals, and she lives up in the Portland, Oregon area, and I'm on the Oregon coast. And I went up to the Portland area. I was in a craft warehouse shopping, and I kept hearing this person's voice. And for the most part, I'm saying that word a lot today. You know, just like me here, you see my hands and you hear my voice. Most of the time, you don't see the person's face. Sometimes you do, but not a lot of times. But, you know, I watched a lot of her videos, and so I'm shopping in that store, and I kept hearing this person, this voice, and I thought, I know that voice, I know that voice. And I went in the, over in the aisle, and I'm like, are you, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah. And so then I told her who I was, because she had happened to have a giveaway on her channel of this really cool Halloween journal that she had made, and I won it. And anyway, so we stood there and chatted, and I said, well, I recognize that voice. Pretty fun. Okay, so I'm coloring in the book pages with light smoky slate. And these are my Stampin' Up! Blends alcohol markers that I'm using here. And I am not doing any fancy coloring. I am just coloring the image in. I'm not going to even do any shading or anything today. So there is that done. Okay, so the potions book I am coloring with Dark Pool Party. Patty says, yeah, it is the coolest thing ever, Jana. And what's really fun is that we like to do, you know, the same kinds of things, and our husbands get along, and so, yeah. Well, I should say our men get along. That's what I should say. Right, Patty? Okay, so there is that. Now I just need to color the cover of the other two books. So this top book is going to be Dark Highland Heather for the spell book. Patty and I are actually going to collaborate on a project to do on YouTube, which I think is going to be fun. Okay, so I've got Granny Apple Green here. This is the dark one, and I'm just going to color the skinny cover of this book right here, and I will be done with my little stack of books. There's a lady, I can't think of her name. I just recently started following her on TikTok, and I just love watching her. She has a farmhouse table in her kitchen, and she is always changing up the tablecloth on it, and it looks like she's got a lot of antiques in her home. So she's always decorating down the middle of the table, and she plays, just her videos are quick, short, and she just has really nice music playing, usually like some old-fashioned kind of music playing in the background as she's decorating her table up. And she's just got a really sweet face and very enjoyable to watch her do that. She also shares some recipes and things. She's just fun to watch. And if I can, I'll try to find that, and when I'm done here with the video, I will put the name to her. It's Patty something Page, Patty with a Y at the end, I think. But there's 2 last names. Okay, happy Halloween. And then, see these 2 little magic doodahs right here? I have them loaded up onto this block, and I think I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. And I put my block over the first card I did, and so that's how I know where I wanted to put these so that I could get them around my words there. There we go. Very cute. All right, so there's the inside of the card. There we go with that. Next. All right, let's see what else is in my bag of tricks. We'll dump it all out. Look at that. Okay. Let's play with this black piece of paper here. And I will clean my stamp off and get another one out. I keep looking at my circle over here. I just love that. It's not sherbety, but kind of sherbety. I don't know. I just love those colors together. What am I looking for? I am looking for this. Double, double, toil, and trouble. Oh, we want to go see Beetlejuice. I really want to go see it at the movie theater. I just think that would be fun. And if we go see it at the movie theater, we get popcorn. When our oldest son was doing football in high school, my husband always liked to be right down on the field, standing there watching the game, and I didn't. So I was sitting up in the stands, and this little girl was walking around selling popcorn, but she said popcorns with an S on the end, and she just had this tiny little voice, and she was walking along, popcorns, popcorns. I just always remembered that. I thought it was so cute. But movie popcorn, you get all that really bad for you yummy butter on it and stuff. That's one of the fun things about going to the movies, popcorns. Okay, so I'm stamping with my clear Versamark because I'm going to heat emboss this with white embossing powder. Where is it? Here it is. And I wiped my paper first. I didn't explain myself, but I wiped my paper first with my little bag of powder. That keeps this powder from sticking where you don't want it, like with the oils from our skin. When you touch the cardstock and stuff, you leave behind that, whether you realize it or not, and then the powder sticks and you get results that you don't want. And I see one little tiny speck there that I just want to get rid of. Right there. Okay, so let me heat this up. The magic of heat embossing, I love it. Okay, and then I'm just taking a tissue and I'm going to wipe that cardstock off and get rid of the residue from that powder that I wiped it with to begin with. And I'm going to get it off my fingers and everywhere else I'm feeling it. Okay, I need some scissors. Okay, which ones am I going to use? Ooh, I'm going to use these pretty ones that guess who gave them to me? My friend Patty. They're beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this out because there are no dies for the words. There's dies for the stamp set, but not for the words. Let me get rid of some of this extra paper. It'll just make it easier. These are sharp scissors, which is nice. All right, sorry, I don't mean to be quiet. When I do stuff like this, I get so focused on what I'm doing that I forget to talk. Almost done. I'm curious about something. I'm like, show you here in a second. Oh, it's a comma. I was going to say, why is there a period after the first word double? But it's a comma. Or it's meant to be a comma, I guess. Let me put the little things back on these and put them up. Okay, so there's that. And look at these cute little bows I did with the gingham ribbon. I did them ahead of time just because I didn't want to take up the time on here. And then I die cut the broom and the handles out. Oh, I must have cut an extra handle. So I've got 3 brooms here out of glimmer paper, which is glitter paper. Let me bring this in and get the handles. Okay, so there's a little kind of knob on one end, and that's the end that you glue the broom part onto. So I'm just, oopsie, I filled up my glue bottle and I forgot that I filled it up, and it comes out really fast. Okay, there we go with that. Let me get the pen back in here. And I'll just put these on here. All right, now I'm just going to put a dab of glue on here. You could also use glue dots. That probably would have been a little bit faster, but I didn't really think about it. I should have done that. And I'm just going to glue these bows on here. So adorable. Okay, I'm going to hold them down for a few seconds so they will get stuck. And had I used glue dots, I wouldn't have to be doing this and taking up your time, but that's okay. It won't take that long. This glue is fast. Okay, so let me bring this over, and I'm gonna start, get stuck on there. I'm going to start with the silver broom and put it in the middle. It's easier to, when you're positioning things, I think it's always easier to start with whatever is in the middle, and then you can space it out easier. All right. And let's just get this on here. That looks good. Uh-oh. Get back on there and stay. Okay, so my suggestion would be to go with the glue dot. I guess you could use hot glue too. The bows are going to overlap a little bit, but that's okay. All right. So it's going to go here. Let me straighten my card up so I don't get them going wonky. So cute. Okay. I don't need that broom handle. Let me get this back in here. And got some little black dimensionals here. When you get the black ones, you get the small ones and the large ones in the pack. With the white ones, you just get either or. You can order them in the large size or the small size. But when you get black, you get both in the same pack, which is kind of nice. Okay. So we're going to just stick this right over here. Stinking adorable. Double, double, toil and trouble. Happy Halloween. I just love it. The glitter brooms just make the whole thing, I think. Otherwise, if you didn't have glitter and you just did regular cardstock, you could add a little pizzazz by putting some bling on it, I think, to sparkle things up. Or you could just add loose glue and loose glitter to your brooms, or a little Wink of Stella. There's the other one. Pretty much the same thing. All right, story time. We don't have a lot left in the I Love Lucy Guide to Life book. Not much left. Okay, what is Ricky and Lucy up to? Don't forget to remove the lens cap. Oh, they took pictures. But they didn't get any, I guess. Darn it. Patience is a virtue. Lucy. Always keep your cool. Lucy got stuck in the walk-in freezer. I remember that episode. Look at her eyelashes. We'll do one more. Then we'll save the rest for last, for next time. Don't antagonize your spouse. Or, in this case, a bull. That's some fancy kind of matador suit he has on there. All right, you guys, that is it for today. Pretty quick card, but oh so cute, I do think. I just really like it. And I love that they came out with that fun Halloween paper, because we didn't have any until they brought that out. So I hope you like this card. I just think it's so cute. The difference between the first one I did and the second one, my first card's always a bit of a learning experiment to get ready to do one on my video, is I glued the bottoms of the brush, the brooms down, and I was wishing that I hadn't. So today I didn't put my glue all the way to the bottom of the broom, and I like that better, where they stick up a little bit. I mean, they're both fine, but I do like this one just a bit better. All right, you guys, take care. Thanks so much for being with me here today. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. That really helps my channel to get noticed, to populate into people's feeds. And I will see you next time. Have a great weekend ahead. And I hope you get to do something crafty. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.